Hi kids, do you like scope creep? So if you've ever done a project or had a project car, you're probably familiar with the term scope creep. It's a term used to describe when the scope of a project gets a little out of control. And I think we're there. Currently, I've got the valve covers off of the car. It got very deep very quickly. In the last video, we talked about how I've got seafoam in the tank. We're gonna run it through and see if we can get the car to run properly. After some time, the car still was not running properly. And I thought at the time that I had a plugged injector or something like that. So I brought the injectors to my buddy Matt, not Matt from a few videos ago, but a different Matt. I got a lot of buddies named Matt. Brought the injectors to my buddy Matt and he tested them. And what he found was that 2 were working great. 2 were working but blowing out black gook. And 2 were completely dead. So the car was likely running on like 3, maybe 4 cylinders at best. And 2 cylinders at worst. So I ordered new fuel injectors. And to get to them, basically it took a whole tear down. And then I was like, you know, since I've got it torn down, I might as well repaint the valve covers and the intake manifold. And then I was like, while I've got the valve covers off, it would be a good time to take off the exhaust manifolds and swap those out because they're easy to get to without the valve covers in the way. So we're at the point where the valve covers are off, the exhaust manifolds are off, the intake manifold's off, and I've got all the parts I need, and now it's just time to kind of reassemble it, and then hopefully it runs when I'm done. Hopefully I remember where everything goes. It's been a few weeks that we've been working on this project. So let's go back there. Let's take a look. All right, so we're going to start with the exhaust manifold. Got some brand new exhaust studs, and we're gonna put these guys in with a shit ton of anti-seize. So brand new, not a brand new manifold, but a new-ish manifold. I got it on eBay. No cracks, no bends, nothing. Shape. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so we've done 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of Chevy orange. Now let's see what we got. I'm excited. Oh, they came out so good. I did a pretty good job on this paint, I must say. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to sand down these raised bits, get it to like a natural shine, then hit the whole thing with clear coat to kind of preserve that natural shine. Then we're gonna pop them back on the car. And we got a whole lot more to do. The scope creep is real. Here we go. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass polishing metal is, but I think it came out pretty good. There's still some dirty bits that I'm not going to be able to get because it would have to go on a lathe, but they look pretty good for 30-something years old. So, yeah. So I painted this manifold a few days ago, and I've just been kind of letting it sit. This is the center intake manifold, or the intake runners, and I painted them sticky. And I painted them just kind of like a natural, like cast aluminum finish, just to give it like a nice bright look, and I really like it. It looks great. I did the throttle body too, just to kind of freshen that up a little bit. I think that'll look good once it's installed. We still do have to paint the upper intake manifold, which I just got back from powder coat, so it is freshy fresh, so we got to paint that still. But we're gonna we'll lay a few coats on that manifold, on the upper intake manifold, so that has time to dry, and while that's drying we'll start to reassemble everything that goes underneath it, like these intake runners, fuel injectors, fuel rail, all that kind of stuff. So let's get started. So the sandblasting was done by KK Finishing. They have done a few of my buddies' cars. They've done work on a few of my buddies' cars, and they were actually recommended by Kyle, who's also in the business. I kind of already did the valve covers, so I'm gonna paint this as well. But they did a really nice job. They first acid dipped it, and then they did a full sandblast on it, and it's down to absolutely raw aluminum. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint it similar to the way that we did the valve covers, the Chevy orange, and then we're gonna polish the Fiero fins. So why is it taking, there we go. Little high temp primer. Alright, I think that will be good for our first coat. We'll let that start to set. Let's get under the hood of this thing. Now another thing I want to do while we're deep in here is, well, my initial thing I was going to say was replace the thermostat. But because I last drove this at 17, and because this is a Pontiac Fiero, we're not replacing the thermostat. We're installing a thermostat because there's no thermostat in it. This is the easiest thermostat replacement job in the history of cars. You ready? Cap off. Thermostat in the hole. Cap on. Done. It's starting to get dark, so I think that's going to cut it for the outside stuff, but we're getting really close. We've got the center intake runners in, we've got the fuel system in. Really, it's just the upper intake manifold, which you have to finish painting first, throttle body, and I guess whatever's in this box. I got a bunch of stuff here, sensors and things. It's nothing really crazy. This has to go under the intake before it goes on. Spark plug wires. We're close. We're real close to getting this thing running again, hopefully well. let's finish painting this thing and then go to sleep. This thing came out amazing, but now it's time to rough up these raised edges, get them polished so that it has a nice aluminum shine, and then we're gonna clear the whole thing to kind of seal that in. So let's strip off all this paint I just put on. Okay, I know the garage is a mess. We're gonna do like a spring cleaning in here. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I don't know. We're already missing paint there. That's annoying. But let's do this. So first I'm gonna strip the high spots with this wire reel. So while the clear coat's setting on that thing, we got a few other pieces that we can install. Now you may remember in the last video we had a pinched wire on the pickup coil. So ordered a new one like I promised, and I guess we could put this in while we're waiting for that to set. Here it is, the moment of truth. The freshly coated intake manifold will be installed on the car. Then we just got to do throttle body and hope that it starts after all this. And then once it starts, we hope that it runs right after all this. Cars are stressful. Hey! What's up, fuckhead?
Oh, easy with the language, guy. You got a little one over here.
Sorry. Hey, friends. It's Kyle.
Hey, it's Kyle. What's up, pal?
Oh, you know.
Are you done yet? That smells like paint, and that looks orange.
It's very orange. One of the final pieces of the puzzle is the throttle body. Nice and clean, freshly painted. Let's put this thing on and then so it is officially back in one piece. I'm nervous. I did a lot of work, and this part always makes me nervous. Pressurize the fuel system. Make sure I'm not leaking. Doesn't appear to be leaking. Alright, here goes nothing. And we are leaking. Okay. Leak fuel all over the fresh paint. So it's leaking from the cold start injector. There's supposed to be an O-ring in there, and there isn't. I have an O-ring set. I gave one a shot. It didn't work. So I had to order an O-ring set for the cold start injector. But it's otherwise done. Okay. Had some spare O-rings. Put one in, that didn't work. Doubled it up, and it seems to be holding pressure now. So let's see if it starts. I cycled the key a few times, didn't get any leaks. So let's see if she starts. I'm nervous. I'm scared. What if I mess something up? I guess we'll find out. Okay. All right, well, the scope creep, at least on the engine side, is over. We have more scope creep to come, I'm sure, with the suspension, the interior, and the brakes, and all that kind of stuff. But for now, this video is donezo. Feels good. Hands are dirty. I need a shower real bad. So, hit that subscribe button, because we're gonna have more videos on this. We're gonna have more racing videos. We're going to be traveling a lot this summer. I call that a success. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll see you guys next Taco Tuesday.